packs, we're using the free action potion tanks. Um, I know we were excited. Let's not get too excited early on trash and cause any deaths if we can help it. And then on the big guys, I'm having to let him pass me and then bring it back to me to get him to face away from the raid. So just let's try to keep our world buffs best we can.
On hunters, Skull and X left.
Remember the cleave melee, get out of it, please.
Remember, let him position stuff and let him get threat. We don't want to wipe on trash.
Let's be a little bit more careful. Keep our buffs at least until the first boss.
Oh, that macro. On Papa. Papa, I switch you to Skull.
Okay. I think I killed Stream on that first pull. I got those two reversed. We having hunters pull these?
Yeah.
Slime man coming.
The boss is throwing more down, but just cleave these. Circle's good.
We got to face those away, Jan. So if you do get aggro on that, you have to run it through so we can flip them the other way.
You were standing off to the corner. I thought you wanted it in the front of the raid.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he has to run in here so then I can make him face over here.
Skull right, the other two left. On hunters.
You said skull right?
Yep.
You got up there, Prime.
Yeah, it wasn't turned far.
On hunters. Potions are on cooldown. Be careful.
Careful, the skull and X.
Slime's coming.
Let's do these on the right side today. Skull and X back here. Square and Moon up there. On hunters.
Square Moon by the Great, you said?
Like just forward of us.
All right. You just said up there, so okay. Yeah.
You said Skull and X where?
Here.
Is everybody up?
Like where a triangle is.
Everyone get inside.
Get inside, but stay as far as you can from the.
I gotta walk further. It's fun.
Man, my cleave was 360.
Whirlwind?
No, I mean cleave.
You did.
On Papa when it's safe.
Gonna try not to get near that door, guys.
Garbulous.
Boss up top, so he's gonna toss some slimes probably soon.
Here they come.
Okay, embalming's next on hunters. Rough Cookie Council. Let's go AoE. What are you guys doing?
Do not risk a death.
Group up, guys, so they stay kind of together.
Those on the right, please come to the left.
All right, quickly into the next room. Don't drop totems in the next room, please. On Papa. Hop once.
Hug left.
On hunters went safe. Let's try not to be by this door, though. No totems in that. No totems. Skull next.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Damn things are melting.
Good.
Little marshmallow A-bombs.
This is the tricky part.
Let's hop.
Just barely across.
Remember, we're going to precast on Skull with the timer. Warriors get your targets. Warriors use Circ Rage for the fear. Rogues be on stuns for the marked targets. Kill those first. AoE if you are an AoE class. If Lightning Totem goes out, make sure you attack that top prio.
I was healing there. This trash freaks me out.
I'd say that went pretty cleanly.
I'm just scared. I don't know why I'm scared. I'm so nervous right now.
Because it's Naxx.
You should be.
Okay, skull next in the left corner on hunters.
Remember free action tanks?
Careful, Bailey.
Let's get that patrol when it's safe. Oh, not that one. Circle. We'll do it after this next lightning pack. Let's go for hunters. Getting its goal.
Is it on the far left side of this column when we pull them?
Yeah.
Alright, stream has it.
And circle if we can get it safely. That one's tricky, I guess. I don't know if there's a good way to do that one. Let's just do lightning pack.
Once he gets far enough to the right side of that group, we should be good.
Skull's good.
Patch is coming back, by the way, so just watch out for the slime.
Yeah. Everybody hug left. We'll be fine.
Yep, singer left.
Skull when it's safe.
Quick question. First time in a melee group on this one. Do you want Tranquil Air initially and then Wind Fury, or what?
For these packs?
No.
We got
if
one
you're-
trash pack left.
Yeah. I'm talking about the boss. If you leave me in that group.
Wind Fury. Just keep an eye on it though. If they start getting high to number 4, then put some trank.
Stay to our left.
Warrior. For this pack, go to Zerk Stance, Zerk Rage, Blood Rage, Intercept. If you're a tank, intercept to your target. If you're a DPS warrior, intercept to a surgical.
Resist.
Not gonna fear us.
Lightning totem.
Alright, good job on the trash. Rai, let's see your tank gear.
Oh shit. I was talking to DPS. 'Cause
customize pinging the rune on the wall, but I know Maddox has a lot to do with all the loot.
Yeah, I'll get it. Thank you.
Am I too full, Bill? Can I trade
Huh?
you something?
Oh no, that was a misclick.
Oh, okay.
Short, you okay, or do you need
Yeah,
a new
I'm pretty
res?
okay.
Okay.
One told me to reload, so I did. It worked.
So I have no idea what you're asking me, man. And my first instinct is to answer no.
Okay.
Dude, that'll fuck me all up.
Okay, Ra, Thag, and Will are soakers.
Okay, I got something to say to the healers
Go for it.
before we engage Patchwerk. It's very important that as soon as you have used 2.2k mana that you drink a major mana potion. The reason is that we might actually be able to squeeze 3 in to a kill, so we can have the biggest amount of mana. And as soon as you have, well, you take a major mana pot, and then when you have used 1500 mana, you use a rune if you have one. The reason we're doing it as fast as possible is so we can use more of them, and we have more mana so we can heal some more. And also last time I saw some huts going out. Please, no huts, just pure direct heals. And if you got a heal at around 2k, that would be perfect. Yeah, of course, the 8/8 is fine.
Yeah, my only concern there is that we lose so much plus heals, but we can still single target. Are the tanks going to be clumped such that the 8 of 8 will get benefit?
The 8 of 8 shamans?
No, I mean, if the tanks are close together, the 8 of 8 bonus is that healing wave will splash onto one. If they're close together, we get benefit from that. If they're not, we should use our throughput gear and just single target, because that'll be more healing overall.
Soakers are going to be stacked if you guys are using chain heal. Papa will be with the melee.
The thing is, the 8 of 8 T1 it functions like the same way as chain heal, so it's even smaller range.
Yeah,
And
so
you'll lose a lot of plus heals from switching to that.
Either way, they'll be stacked if you're using anything other than single target.
yeah, so we should definitely try to
So
stack
just
the
tell me.
OTs.
Okay.
Stack the OTs, please.
So tanks, you're going to do something slightly different than last time. Let's say Lintox's the boss. After we've pulled, the tanks are going to stack where I'm standing right now. The soakers. So all 3 soakers on me. Yes. And Papa will be the melee. Exactly. And we do this because Patch doesn't face his top target. He faces the hateful soakers. So that reduces our parry. Now, as long as you're opposite each other, I don't care what orientation you pick. So if Papa goes left, everybody else, the soakers, go over here. It's just wherever Papa ends up, you guys adjust to that. But melee, stack on diamond. That's key. Tanks, remember to save cooldowns for 6%, especially last stand shield wall. If you have life giving gem on, you can use that any time. Now, yeah, what Eagle asked, just melee. Range, do what you did last time.
Short, can you post the healing assigns one last time before we pull? Thank you, sir.
Fort on Eagle Balls and one on Ozzy, please.
We don't need Fort here.
Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me.
And for Ra, what I did is just when after Papa shoots, I do Blood Rage and then Battle Shout, and wait till Papa attacks before you attack.
Okay.
That'll set up the order pretty nice.
Tanks need amp magic.
I'll cover all amp magics that they improve now.
Cool. Is that 350?
Right. You have greater stone shield potions, right?
Yes, I do.
Will, it looks like your food buff's gonna drop.
I've got 9 minutes on my food buff.
Oh, okay.
I got like 3 left, Papa.
Boss is
Go ahead,
coming
take it.
next pass.
Hold, we're having arguments in IPS heals.
Okay,
Can we
let's
get
wait.
this sorted out, please? Short, you're telling us everybody in tier 1 healing wave only, correctly?
Yeah.
So let's
Just
do
so we can
that
figure
for
this
this
out.
one.
And then the next couple of times we'll definitely do the chain heal.
We're doing it for science. Think of it like that.
Should we not have like someone doing chain heal sets so that we can like compare within our own raid core?
Not this time.
Not this time.
Okay, we good? All right, on tanks.
Come on, gotta get my blood rage.
Stack on Papa for the pull. Stack on Papa. Just the tanks. After the pull, then DPS stacks.
Patchwerk his avatar of war.
Go deeps. Remember, you can use 3-minute cooldowns twice, most likely.
Stay below bag.
Casters can go higher.
Caster still needs to stay below Papa, though, right?
Yep.
Zug swap quell.
Nice deeps, keep it up.
Stone shield at 10.
Execute. Cooldowns is 6 tanks. Cooldowns.
Shit, I pushed the wrong button.
Woo!
Yeah.
I didn't.
Easy.
I lived.
I forgot that little shout at the end.
14,000 health.
That wand.
That was
Good work.
that was flawless for like the first 70%.
Did for me.
I mean, I was yeah, like I was still, I had to stop heroic striking about, I don't know, I was just hiding about 10k behind whoever the 4th tank was, and then once Will died, I just got whacked.
I fucked up the science
When I
and cast
got
a chain
one
heal.
shot-
Bad.
Healers still have
I
a
got
good
hit by
amount of mana
8.2
too.
K.
I've got like 5k mana.
Look at the mana bars.
That was a
Must be nice to have world buff still priest mode.
Is that 8 good? 8 tier 1?
Well, we can look at the numbers, but it worked.
Yo, I've got 10,000.
It's me for those medics.
Thanks, Phil. And congratulations, Phil.
Those are open for rogues now. Next kill.
Did you forget to pop an armor pot?
I might have, but as long as people are healing me, I'm at max armor anyways.
No,
The
I was gonna
health.
say because you got hit for 8.6k.
God damn it.
Yeah, that was like all your health, like 8.6. Like
Yeah, you literally got one shot, died. That's why I'm just curious if there was something different that happened.
I think that should be at random because, like I said, if as long as people are healing me, I have their buffs for the extra armor, and I'm armor capped then.
Interesting.
It's like Maddox and Christie and Kusamita.
we just rolling on that. Or warlocks.
Didn't see the hit on it, so gonna take my roll back.
Okay.
Even then, I think the blue one that you have is better than the Wand of Fates for healing, because it has the MP5.
Okay, new mobs. I know they look exactly like the other crap we've already fought, but they're different.
Are they coming in
So
packs of 2? Sorry.
it's packs of 2 for the first 2 pulls, and then a pack of 3. And they're all the same. So these guys hit a little bit harder than the other A-bombs, almost 6k before armor. They do a knock-up, and it's a pretty high knock-up, so if you can fight them under a low ceiling, that's ideal. They will do a slime bolt to everyone within 30 yards, so caster should be at max range again. That slime bolt puts down a poison dot, which can be cleansed, so poison totems is good. They also do a random ranged knockback to a random ranged person, and we can't control that, but they are stunnable. So warlocks try to rogues try to lock down one, maybe split yourselves to each one and try to lock. Did I do? Yeah, so Papa, Skull, and Will X, and we'll fight him just inside the room on the left there. On tanks when you're ready. But let's hop across the river and heal up first right here.
Don't move too far so we don't pull.
in range, just try to orient yourself so that if you do get chosen for the knockback, you're not knocked into other packs.
Nice jump.
I think right where they are now should be a good place for taking them.
What type gear should we you want us to wear on this?
I would wear hit cap with a shield on tanks. Okay. Looks like that might be a Diagro too.
Yeah, he definitely dropped aggro.
Will just disappeared.
What happened?
I was at the top all by myself, and I said, "Oh shit!"
So, like one in each of these alcoves is good for these guys. So maybe skull left and X right. On tanks.
I'll bring skull to where the last one just died. So
And hunters can pull these too.
I like my initial aggro.
Nice flip.
Bus is coming down.
We can grab these real quick, hunters. Bring them back to this. Oh shit! No, never mind. Let's wait. Let's bring him back to this side after he leaves. This guy, I think, is the creepiest looking mob in here.
He's a fun boss.
Yeah.
This is one of my funnest, my favorite fights, actually.
Same.
Strangely enough.
I don't know if we get close enough these totems. Let's just be careful and put some totems back here, the ones that are up there.
You mean in the back? You want them back in this
You got us
cubby?
Well, they're safe. They're safe now. He didn't come any further.
So where do you want these spears tanked?
Same place under these guys. We can do the skull in one and X and square in the other.
I'll have skull here, and I guess the same orientation, just this side of the room.
So you want X and square stacked?
They can be stacked, yeah. Rogues did a great job locking them down, so they're trivial.
If you're going to stack them, it's probably best I put my back to this wall.
All right, hunters. I saw somebody get punted.
It was an owl.
Oh my god.
Fucking owls.
Hey, those owls are why we killed Patchwerk. MVP.
Well, they help. I mean, I don't know if they're the whole reason.
Well, can't take it back now.
You can split them up now that we're. I thought Papa would use one of these alcoves.
It took a weird pass, so it wasn't going to happen.
In Wrath, these guys are those giant gargantuan things instead.
Yeah, it's a cool skin.
Papa, why don't you tank this boss? Because I lost my buffs.
You want me to start him at this ramp here?
Yeah.
And then
And I would
tank
go
him back this way.
I would go hit capped, dual wield. He does not hit as hard as other bosses we fought in here, so he should be able to dual wield the whole time. The main thing for this guy in melee is stand behind the boss at all times. Don't ever be in front, because he does a slime spray, and if he hits you with that, it spawns an ad, and we want to have only Papa hit by that, so that we only get one ad at a time. He's going to drop pools of poison on the ground that slowly expand. So Papa's job is to backpedal and keep him just out of the pool range so that melee can DPS him from the back without getting poisoned. He will put a disease on a random player. That player has to go the opposite of the way we're going and drop a pool by getting cleansed. We have to make sure that we don't cleanse early. If we cleanse early, we get an explosion and the pool goes in a bad spot. So what we want is to have the pools dropped like by the ramp. If we're coming counterclockwise with the boss, you go clockwise towards the ramp and drop it there, ideally.
Are we only going to have one person cleanse?
One person at a time, yes.
But we used to have a designated cleanser, so they'd chase the guy and cleanse him at the right spot.
I think that's Short's plan.
How far?
You don't have to go up the ramp, just on the floor by the ramp, because we're not. The ramp is the place we're going to start, and it's the last place we're going to be. I mean, in reality we're not going to use anywhere close to this whole room, because we've got way more deeps than they had back in the day. But we're basically just gonna, like, if I'm Papa, I'm just backpedaling with the boss like this, but not this fast. It's just based on how quickly he drops pools, and we go around the room.
Do you want me to try to grab him or wait?
Let's wait.
So where exactly do you want the pools dropped? So people know
At
where
the.
to go.
I'm gonna start where that rat is, where that maggot is, and then he drops the pool.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, anywhere near the ramp where we are not going to walk.
Okay, so once I see them go there, then I just
Yeah, exactly. When someone goes over by the flare, dispel them. So that means nobody should be standing there. So the raid in general, the ranged and healers just hang out in the center of the room, and they just rotate as the boss gets dragged around this path here. Again, he's immune to taunt, just like most of the bosses in here. So melee and ranged both need to stay below Papa. Again, as long as we only get one ad, and let's have Will grab the slimes that come out. They only have 50k health. They don't do a whole lot. You can basically just hold them near the boss and they'll get cleaved down. If we get behind, then we'll put a couple melee on them. We are going counterclockwise, starting at the ramp. And we'll probably get to about here and he'll be dead. Something like that.
Do we want to have the icon set on the mutating injection targets? Because if anybody has that tick like a raid leader, then it's going to move all the marks off your tanks. Just so you know.
I have
Is there
it ticked, but let's see if it actually works.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Rawhide don't need marks on us.
Sorry if you answered this. Is this boss tauntable?
No.
I can get in position, right?
Yep. Everyone's ready. Here we go.
Is ranged killing the ads
Now,
or melee
let's
switching?
They should get cleaved down. Come over here though, because we don't want to be in front in the path of the kite. So everybody come to triangle so that we're not in the way.
Pulling.
Once the boss is in position, okay, now we'll move in. Make sure just don't be in front of him. You see little circles? Don't walk through those, melee. Don't stand up.
Jan. Once they cleanse, you move back to the raid.
Stack that on the boss, Will.
Rawhide. Bears. One.
2 people got hit. Don't get hit by that. Kill slimes. Range, give them a little bit of room so they can drop clouds. Another slime, Will.
There's a pool there, right in the middle of us.
Pool in the middle. I didn't dispel it there.
We're okay, still plenty of room.
So watch out, it gets bigger.
Just hold the next slime and burn boss. Don't get in front of the boss, ranged.
Hit the range.
Stop. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Oh, this slime is killing people. What? There's a slime in the red.
Watch out, I've got a shit on me. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Don't come near me.
Oh no, Rawhide.
Hey, very good first kill.
Midnight Haze.
Splinter. If we had to, we could. I could stack those tighter, but there just wasn't any need to. Just wanted to move far enough to make sure melee got out of the previous cloud.
Yeah, that was good.
Bag my rage rats.
Rage rats.
What else am I going to use this staff for?
Fight boss time.
Papa's there eating rats.
Don't expect that from a fellow warrior.
All right, I guess I gotta vote for somebody.
Oh, we're doing the pipe.
Yeah, pipe boss.
Pre-prod's major, right?
Optional.
Sorry, pre-prot what is optional?
Nature.
I'm gonna pre-prot it.
Grats, Dust Witch.
Grats, dude.
Did all of you lose buffs except Papa?
So Midnight Haze has an interesting note, just for those of you that are interested in linking for it. We specifically called out that we didn't want this to count against future voting, because this is effectively the worst caster weapon in here. It's not BIS for any class. So just keep that in mind. If it's an upgrade for you now, but it's not your BIS, it's the same for everyone. And the Loot Council will specifically note that future voting for people with Midnight Haze shouldn't be taken into account as heavily as previous Naxx items.
Didn't we even didn't we even say that we weren't going to count on his main spec? Even if people got it, linked for it, it wouldn't count towards their main spec.
We didn't specify, but I think, yeah, generally speaking, when we talked about it, we made heavy emphasis that it shouldn't be really a factor for future voting.
And I think Claw of Chromagus was actually what we used as an example of why someone would want to roll for it.
Rawhide, you're actually taking damage. You're
Oh.
currently wasting your money. Guys, if you're too close, you might be taking little ticks of damage.
Yeah, that pipe stinks.
Yep.
Don't take a pot and stand there.
Thank you.
So, next boss has no trash. Yay. He's at the end of this pipe here. Notice there's a hole on the left side. Don't be that person that falls down and has to do the walk of shame all the way back up here. This tunnel poisons you, damages you. So we'll just have hots rolling. It's best to, if you can, try to cancel your hots at the end of the tunnel, or you can also have a nature protection potion. What we don't want is, because the boss aggroes immediately, so we don't want him to just go right for a healer. And you're going to take fall damage when you drop down. This boss is kind of like Magmadar. He does a terrifying roar every 20 seconds. He does a frenzy, but he also has some extra abilities. So he will put a stacking debuff on the tank, just like Fenkris, which reduces healing taken by 10%. it lasts for 15 seconds only, and it's cast every 10 seconds. So if a tank misses one application, the entire stack will drop off. He's not tauntable, so when Mortal Wound stacks too high, we'll try to swap from Papa to me, and that's tricky because he's not tauntable. So basically, one tank has to stop attacking, the other tank is dual wielding and tries to catch up, and then the swap will happen, stacks will reset, and we kind of do that. The hard part is the ads that come out. So there'll be 3 grates on the side of the room that's closest to us right now. After we drop down, we're going to have zombies that spawn from those grates. We're going to have hunters put frost traps down, but most importantly, we're going to have shamans dropping earthbind near the grates, and we'll assign a few shamans for that. What I want to try first is mage kiting, and I know it's not as easy to do as if you're a frost, but mages are still pretty good with kiting on this fight. So we'll have 1 mage assigned to each grate, and you basically just want to kite them around near the grate, away from the boss. At some point, he may do a ability called Decimate, which causes all the zombies to start running at the boss. It reduces everybody's health to 5% of their max health, including the zombies. We used to think it was a timer, but Blizzard says, no, it's not a timer. It's based on some other criteria, and nobody knows for sure exactly what that is. So I can't tell you when the Decimate is going to happen. But once that goes out, our job is to AoE the zombies as quickly as possible. If he gets close to any zombie, or if the zombie gets close to him, he will recover 5% of his health. So we can use our sappers, but remember, you'll be at 5% health, so you might want to pop a health potion before you sapper, or wait for a heal or something. Everybody else can use their normal AoE stuff, so we just forget about what's happening with the boss and kill zombies. Hunters will be on a trank shot rotation, but we're not going to have full uptime on trank shot because we have only 2 hunters. So, ideally, we're kind of dual wielding when he's not frenzied, and we put a shield on when he does frenzy.
I have a question, Will.
Yeah.
After we go to the pipe, do we go out of combat?
No, we don't. It starts immediately.
Okay.
He's kind of in the middle of the room, so he'll see us as soon as we jump down.
Okay.
And I don't think we can even pause at the end. I think it's we'll be in combat by the time we get to the end of the tunnel.
Okay, so we should be combat ready to go into the pipe.
Yes. Give Papa and I a chance to position the boss, especially Papa. He's going to drag into the door, which is on the far side of the room. So the tank backs will be on the door. Papa, let's kind of play it by ear, but maybe we'll try a first swap at 3 stacks or so. I will try to stay as close to you as I can, but when you want it to stop, when you feel like you've got too many stacks, just stop tagging until he switches to me. And then once it's on me, good, then you can start again.
Do you want basically how chunky do you want the gear?
Let's try hit capped, but with a shield at the start, just so we're comfortable. And then once you're in position, you can do wield unless you've got a frenzy. When he frenzies, he attacks twice as fast, and he hits 50% harder. So the frenzy is definitely dangerous. And Ilt has a question.
Yeah, I was scared. Part of me was scared I missed it. Me and Cash are going to be dropping Earthbinds for this, right?
You guys, and we need one more. So Short Snout's got Quill on that list as well.
Oh, I missed that whole list. I knew I missed something. Where's the list? I need to see.
So let's put it in that order. So Cash is in the middle, Quell left, and Fear right.
Thanks for reading. And right as we're looking at the pic, like as we drop in, I go to the right, right?
Yes, and it'll be right there. They're in the back of the room. Any other shamans, feel free to drop Earthbinds. More Earthbinds certainly help. If we get a loose ad, I want Will to try to pick it up. So, like, if you see a loose zombie heading for the boss, you can just charge it and try to bring it back to the mages. The goal is to not have any of them reach the boss. What else?
How about some of us drop it just like in the middle of the damn room in advance to start?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yes. So if you're not assigned to a grate and you're not Chocolat needs to drop Tremor Totem, but everybody else can drop their Earthbinds.
I have 5 minutes of Amp Magic. Do I want that to be on or off on this?
On.
We may want to refresh those on tanks then.
So Will, for the zombies, you want to try to not face tank them because they put this stacking debuff, which causes them to hit harder and harder. They'll hit for nothing at the start, but the more stacks you get, the worse it gets.
Okay, so I'll just get aggro and run to the mages.
Yeah, and hopefully a mage can take it back. Mages, I'm assuming you don't need any advice from me because you're all pro kiters.
Sounds like you guys are the key to this, the mages.
The only call out.
That's right, no pressure.
You may have mentioned this, I didn't hear it though. If you have 5 of 5 in your bag, this would be a good time to use 5 of 5 set T2.
Yes, good call.
When you mentioned lip on the transition, making the transitions easier, was that a reference to the DPS or the tanks?
That's for the tanks, but I think instead we're going to want to use our armor pods because we're not capped on trank shots today.
Okay, cool.
So we got to do it the hard way.
Sounds good. What's the number of stacks where we think it's a bit high? Certain number we're looking for, or how much we're getting clipped?
I would say 3 to 5. We'll just have to play by ear. I mean, the healers aren't going to have much to do except heal us, at least for the first, until the decimate happens. Now, a lot of us do have buffs still, so we might be able to kill him before we see the decimate. That's best case scenario.
All right, I'm good.
Do you see my
Yeah, I'm gonna swap stream for you, thank you. And that was your only question, Dag?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you wanted that to me to swap with someone.
Cool. I think we are good to go. So Papa, I'm gonna let you grab him first and just bring him to the back. And DPS, please wait till he's all the way at the back.
When I first go in there, you want me to be aggressive getting him, or do I need to try to slowly get him so healers have a chance to be in there and get settled? In other words, I don't want to grab him and get to the other side of the wall and I outrange.
Yeah, don't sprint for it, but the quicker you get in there, the quicker you get in there, the quicker we can start deeps.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Again, DPS, remember, stay below both tanks. Yes.
Warriors, you can be in defensive stance while going through this tunnel.
And as always, anytime we move a boss, there's time we're not hitting him. So auto attack can pull the boss until he's settled and start putting on aggro.
Yeah, just call it if you can, Papa.
All right.
Mages are going to show us what's up. I'm confident. I believe in them. On Papa.
Stick to your right. Do not fall through the hole. Hey there. Banished Nurse.
Go deeps. Watch your threat. Bill needs to be number 2. All the way to the door, Papa. There's like 10 of you ahead of me. I don't know what you guys are doing. I quit.
I show you number 3.
He only just got there.
Oh.
Stag. Oh god.
Act in 30 seconds.
I'm at 5 stacks, so
That's fine.
do you want me to just defend?
Yep, just stop.
I took crit spot. Heal stag.
Someone needs to cover left. Great. Quell's dead.
Ashes veil.
We lost a lot of kiters.
Trying to kite.
Switching to Bill soon.
Wipe it up.
Keeping aggro on them. We were trying to lower ranks, and I think like just keeping aggro is more. So we'll have to up rank.
Can I hearth?
Yeah, we gotta run.
This is one of those fights. I think it's good. We get a look at it.
So again, with the threat, I have very little rage because the boss is not hitting me. So it's going to be tough for me to even be close to number 2. Doing my best, but no world buffs and all that. Well, I guess all of us have lost it now, except for Stag.
There's quite a few of us that hearth.
I was trying to hearth, and every time he either feared me or came back to me.
I'm going to put an extra shaman in our group as well for the double tremor. The fears are very frequent, and we're only going to be able to zerk some of them. And when the boss fears, he will go for someone else. He did that every time. So if you are above me, it's probably going to result in your death.
How did the heals feel for the healers for as far as the tank's concerned?
Super easy.
I would say, I don't know, Bill, I'll let you call it, but Mike could even go dual wield early, get a big lead, and then maybe go
Yeah,
shield.
I would definitely do that from the start. I only put a shield on if there's a frenzy that hunters can't get for a few seconds.
Gotcha.
It only looked like there was 2 seconds, and there was only one with 1 second.
Yeah, you guys did a great job. It's 30-second cooldown on Trank, right?
Yeah. No, 20. I mean, the frenzy was going off like.
It's only 20?
Yeah, the frenzy was going off like a split second before the cooldown was up, so.
Okay. I thought it was a 30-second cooldown, so let's forget what I said, and we're going to dual wield the whole time.
And I'll still pop armor pods, so.
Yeah.
I think it only really gets dicey when Decimate comes out.
And Papa, it did take us a while to switch, so what you might want to do is just ride a little bit above me, like maybe 10k threat above me. You were like 25k above me, so it took forever to catch you.
Yeah, a lot of that was, like you said, wearing the shield. You weren't able to have the rage to catch up.
Well, I wasn't wearing a shield until it was time to swap. I mean, until I was about to get it. So even with me dual wielding, I'm getting no rage because he's not hitting me.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter how far above me you are, because everyone else has to be below me.
One thing me and Cash noticed, and it could have been because the mages were dying. It could have been like I think I heard someone say they were using lower ranks, but like dropping the Earthbind totem was pulling aggro to us.
Pulling aggro to us is in the ranged.
As in the 2 Shamis dropping the Earthbind totem.
Oh.
Did you drop right after a zombie spawned, perhaps?
I dropped right when we dropped down and noticed it. I'm not sure when. She just messaged me saying it happened to her, and she asked if I noticed it, and I'm bringing it up because I did. I'm not sure when it. When did it happen for you, Cash?
Well, every time I drop the totem, like, I guess because I'm right on them.
And I fear you had your totem down before any of the one spawned in our grade, and I was still like, having guys going straight to you right as soon as the first tick came off. So, and I think it's more like even after I got a just rank 1 fire blast and AE off on him, that wasn't enough to pull the aggro off for some reason. So I think we'll just have to rank up a little bit more.
Wait till after. I wasn't sure when they were going to spawn either, so I'll wait till after they spawn, or after the first one spawns.
Having a little lag issues that keep falling off. Can I possibly get a summon up there?
I feel like they spawn as soon as we drop down.
It was a few seconds after, but it was pretty quick.
Can we maybe try one try with like the raid stacking up away from the grates and just letting the mages start without Earthbind, and then if we need it, we can call for it?
Sure thing.
But when I walked over to have to pick up for Chris when he was down, like I went over and Cone of Cold and just walked him around and hit a arcane explosion like every 5 or 6 steps.
I mean, the raid in general can be fairly close to the boss, or off to one side.
Would it be possible to put me in a group with some of the castery people, and I can heal them and try and pull stuff off them?
Done.
Try and pull stuff off them? I don't know what you mean.
Well, when I throw down Earthbind, I might get it, but I've got reduction, so maybe not. But I've kited this before, so I can, if I see somebody dying, I can shock the thing and try and pull it toward me, and then aggro palm.
But why does the group matter? I'm confused about that.
For the chain heal stuff.
I thought we determined you don't have to be in the same group.
You don't.
Didn't Short say that?
But if I have to be trying to keep totems down for the melee while in the back healing the kiters, they're going to be frustrated.
You're in a caster. You're in a healer group.
I am
Well, she is
now.
now. I
A
moved
second
her.
ago, I was in a melee group.
You were?
It works out because Face Melter should
I
be
was
in
in
melee
group 4.
anyway with his spec.
Okay.
No wonder the confusion. Yeah, it's
So-
good now.
Nigel, can I put you in group 1 as well?
Yep. For Tremor, you mean?
Yeah.
Going to all set the tremors? Like, you want me to wait like 3 seconds before dropping mine? So we get them off,
Shock, I'll drop Wind Fury then if you just want to keep Agi down.
Okay, that'll be awesome. Just tell me when you drop your tremor and I'll start my count.
Okay.
That first attempt was real good. I think we got him to at least 50.
lot of us were distracted too. I think it'll be.
Once
kind of
the
a hard
kiting is down,
Sorry.
yeah. Once the kiting is down, it's a pretty easy boss. Everyone's ready? On, Papa.
Okay, mine's down.
Mine's down.
Be res short. Let's go harder, Papa.
All right, slow down.
Sound right.
Coil's dead. Shaman on left grate.
I'll move to left grate.
One fade if you can. Watch the zombies coming in.
It's about to switch. Healer's ready. Go, Papa.
Wait for
Next
next text
star,
to drop.
next star, watch that.
It's just right now.
He was down like another time.
All right, let's text drop up to catch now.
Keep building us up.
Oh shit, he's here.
It's eating all the zombies.
It's wipe.
You have no chance of surviving. We have to run back, right?
Yeah. You can't res it here because the boss aggros.
Yeah.
Yeah, mages. I think we're just going to use max.
Back, just run up to the boss and die.
Even using half ranks, we were having a really hard time keeping aggro for some reason. So yeah, I think that might help.
So, did we use less Earthbinds and was that easier?
People were still getting aggro, so I don't know if it was necessarily the totems or the heals themselves.
And what ranks were you using this time?
We went from just rank 1 for the first pull up to I think we were mostly using rank 3s. You know, fire blasts, cone of colds, blast waves, and that wasn't holding.
I still dropped an Earthbinder, but it was way later. It was after I saw him coming into the raid, so I thought I should drop one. And then I made the mistake. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just saying. I think we'll just go more, just max ranks and just pop as much. It's going to be more mana intensive, and hopefully our DPS will get down before mana becomes an issue.
It's just getting to decimate so we can blow them up and then go back to killing the boss.
So what's the deal on the mage AoE kiting? Is it threat based if they keep aggro or not, and the healers are pulling healing aggro from?
I mean, that sounds to
mages?
me like it sounds to me like the tank heals are spread across too few people.
Yeah, and the mages, and I wasn't taking any damage, but wasn't able to hold on to aggro, so it wasn't heals directly on the mage, or at least on myself, that was pulling the aggro off.
Are the mages using max rank arcane explosion to grab a sufficient threat and then rank 1 for mana sustain, assuming you have a good threat lead on the ads? Is that how it works?
We were ranking up to 3 there, so we hadn't used max rank at the start. We are gonna start using max ranks now to try to hold onto it better right off the bat. But
Was
yeah,
there was there a particular healer that was getting aggro? Because if so, we can put him in Cage's group for Tranquil.
I couldn't tell directly. No, I wasn't sure.
Healers, did you notice by chance which one of you was pulling aggro early between the last 2 attempts?
Quell has on both the last 2 attempts.
Yeah, I got an aggro sign,
Right.
but we dumped it, so that should be fine.
The problem with us, the Chamois, is we can't drop Trank Air because the mage that's trying to kite is in our groups.
Right, and I just realized if we move Quell, then the melee doesn't have totems in their group.
I'll just put those 3 shaman in one group and shift some stuff around.
Okay.
Actually, if I could drop Tranquil Air, it might keep my totem from pulling aggro, I guess.
So group 6 and group 8 should be able to do Trank now. Because Stag's not kiting, right?
Right. I mean, I may if one goes.
Now, for this attempt, Will, can you tank with Papa? Second tank? Or not Will, Ra, sorry. And I want to get a better vantage point.
Sure. Let me sort some stuff out.
So Ra, just once Papa's ready to swap, make sure you've got your armor pot up, and you can do wield the whole time.
Okay.
Cash, is there a reason Cash isn't running Trank? Is that the same as Earthbound?
Probably the same as my reason is because she has Stag in her group.
She can do it now because I moved the kiting mages out of her group.
Okay.
Cool.
And Papa. Give me the bumpers there. Papa!
Papa! What was that?
Could you slow down on the positioning of the bus? Just go halfway and then stand still for a second or 2 and then move on again. So healers can catch up.
You probably did a nature swiftness and got aggro.
Yeah.
Remember, TPS, you gotta stay below Papa and Ra this time. You got red right now or next one, Christy?
Well, Christy
Okay,
better
Bob
like
is down right here.
enjoy that fucking wand, Christy.
I feel awful. I
That might be the last loot you get for a while.
know. I'm sorry. I work till I'm here. I work till like 7:30 today.
By work means hung out with your boyfriend?
I did not.
Yeah.
I worked.
Yeah, we know.
Papers.
We know you're a teacher that doesn't work.
Everyone repair.
Because teaching is so easy.
Not. I mean, it's
Thank you,
not,
Bill.
but she doesn't teach.
But summon stream as soon as he zones in. He was FD2 on, I think.
She molds young minds.
She does something to him.
Let's do one more time, then we'll do a break. Unless somebody has to urgently. Yes. That's what I meant.
Okay, so we have new groups. We are using max rank Arcane Explosion out of the gates, and then downranked later for Mana Sustain. Both max rank and downrank are keybound. Tanks are doing tanky things. Anything else that we changed that we want to remind ourselves about?
Is it really super healing intensive, or could druids give the whatever the fucking mana thing is to the innervate to the two kiting mages, so they don't have to downrank as much?
Should be doable, yeah.
Summon me, please.
Everyone's ready on Papa.
Night Maiden.
And control goes down anyway.
Rawhide is dead. Will's trying to catch up. Keep going, Will.
It's down.
Up now.
I think pretty much just a wipe.
We need to have hunter traps down to at almost all times so we can walk through it if we're kiting.
And that's the thing, like we can't have 100% uptime on hunter traps.
I understand that.
Cooldown, so it's got to be Earthbind.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, let's switch back to having Earthbind from the start. I think with the max ranks, I wasn't seeing people getting pulled off. At least for me on.
It looked much better to me. I was looking at their threat, and I only saw like one get loose before shit started going wrong.
Yeah,
So
I agree. It was really good.
So let's go back to the Earthbind for those three and see with the rank change if that fixes it. And how did Rawhide die so early?
The first sphere. He got
first sphere. He went on to Rawhide.
He went to Night Maiden first, then to Cash, then to Rawhide. So he first killed those
And I
two,
was
then he
second
said,
on
now I'm
threat.
going to chew up Rawhide.
It was weird that it went to her. She hadn't even really cast anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was third on my threat screen as well.
Yeah, and it does seem to
So-
be like after the fear, you can't just be high on threat. You have to actually hit him again, it seems, before he'll switch to you.
I think
Exactly.
I think you guys are going to have to do a strict Zerk rotation. Like call it out if you need to, and between the two of you, you'll be able to get each one. Just it's every 20 seconds, so you'll have to alternate.
I'll watch the timer.
Are you seeing a
Almost like
timer
Flip
for that?
Buffett. I haven't seen a timer, but I'm gonna pay more attention this time.
I don't think there's a
Didn't
timer.
notice
At least
that.
I'm not seeing it.
So maybe for the tank that's not tanking, stay on Circer stance, just to kind of be ready, and then swap.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult to stay high enough on the threat for that. It'll just draw the fight out longer, but it probably would control it. But if the zombies are under control, then it won't matter. So
yeah,
I'll start timer as soon as we're back up top.
Oh, rip pig. Yeah, I lagged and just stopped. I was like,
Oh, you-
great.
I saw you lag. I was like, what is he doing? Stop and look at my new trap. Hey, 66% ain't bad, man.
Just a note, it helps to try to, like for batching wise, just to run a little bit behind the one ahead of it. So don't try to split the slimes exactly.
No, I've done good the other times, like running, it literally just froze me. And I just stood there for like 10 seconds.
You died.
I watched it happen. I was like, lag, dead. Thank you, Juan.
It's like that dungeon dive video where it's like, don't be that guy. No.
Yeah, this is definitely interesting. I'll be so happy next week whenever the internet's all.
Don't forget to repair.
Sure is an eventful run back.
how much time is supposed to be between the fears?
20 seconds, about 20 seconds.
Yeah, this is one area where a undead main tank would be the shit.
Stop it.
The only one.
Corner.
Always.
What is the cooldown on that? 2 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, so they get one get out of jail free card. And then they're just like the rest of us.
But it's nice for like initialization.
That would have helped us there.
You can also make them immune on board.
I like this boss. I keep fucking up though because I see shit going south and I just want to go help so bad, and I'll go like try and pull some aggro, and then I'll just get them all on me. I just get fucking owned. They slow you and you just can't do shit.
Please make sure you don't get ported back to the beginning if you log out for Flask.
Home break, short snap.
He said AFK. Shorts out did.
Okay. Just curious the incoming damage, but I'll wait till he's back. They're saying that you can use that door frame to line of sight that fear.
Big brain when you're going through the pipe, pop your berserker rage, and then go back into defensive stance, get free rage.
You don't have it to stop your fear.
How long's that tunnel? About 15 seconds?
Didn't count.
Crits, Orin, Christy, or Stag, are any of you still here?
Yes. What? Sorry.
I just had a question related to the AoE kiting. Are you all competing for the same pack, or you're all four competing for different?
I'm not competing at all. It's Crits, Christy, and Orion because they brought their tier 5, their tier 2. I'm just being backup, but when they've died, I've been able to pick them up.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially if you yeah, it would help. Yeah, if there are any they escape, yeah, if you can pull them to any one of the mages, that definitely helps too.
And how are you guys doing in terms of damage received? Are you taking a lot of damage? Is that why you're dying?
At first it was more of just spells were getting off cooldown because we were trying all different things, trying to get aggro on different mobs. That one we had a lot more together. We were taking a little bit more damage because we weren't getting them as slowed as much, but I think the Earthbind Totem off the bat will help a lot more of that. Because we had to make sure we got the one that spawned. Like, you know, we usually try to Fire Blast to make sure they're coming at us, and before we could get a Cone of Cold or a Blast Wave on them. We have our Ice Armor on too, so if mobs do hit us, they'll be slowed. But yeah, it was a matter of trying to get the new spawned Chow to be in the group, and you know, sometimes getting hit by multiple at a time. Because yeah, if 3 or 4 hit you at the same time, you're pretty much dead.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of I think I'd prefer to use Power Infusion to give us a threat boost for you guys now until we get stable on this fight, and then, you know, go back to whoever's got the big DPS. But for now, just use it on one of you guys for the purposes of threat generation. There's 2 options. One option is go right out of the gates with one of the mages and give them a nice big threat bump with those first max rank arcane explosions.
And I think it's not as much of an issue now. Now that we've gone full rank, when we Fire Blast or Arcane Explosion, the guys have been staying on us. It was just a matter of right when they spawned, after we were kiting a big group, it was a little bit harder to bring those guys back into the group because they were running at us without any slows. So having Earthbind Totem in there would free us up a lot more there, and I think we'd be able to take a lot less damage. So with full ranks, I don't think that aggro is an issue. It might become a mana issue if the fight gets prolonged too long, but I think that'll fix most of that.
I think it also helps that me and Cash are now in groups where we can keep Tranquil Air down as well as grounding. So I think the combo of that is huge. Also, would it help if we kept the Earthbinds in between? Actually, not on the grates, but in between the grates and the raid. So as they're running to the raid, they're being slowed and they're not running out of range of it. Or is
Maybe
there
on
better...
on the edge is where we used to put frost traps. Is on the edge toward the rage.
Rich, where do you think the best place for the Earthbind totem would be?
Yeah, on the edge of the grate, on the closest side towards the raid, because they, they'll start taking
Closest
off
side.
towards that way
Okay.
anyways.
Okay, then Stag, as the backup, it's on you. If you're filling, just say PI. Just make it short and sweet so we don't clutter up comms. And you're going to get an instant PI to get that nice big hike in threat to play catch up, since you're going to be filling in for anybody that dies. Cool?
Cool. I mean, I have blast wave, but yeah, that'll help too.
Yep.
Bill, did you see that about they claim the door frame you can use to LOS the fear?
I didn't, but go for it.
Will that put you out of? Will that make you LOS with healers or something? Just make that.
No, the dog's head will be in the doorway, the door that's closed on the other side of the room where he's being tanked, and there's the door frame, the left side of it. Let's say the melee can actually go there and avoid the fear.
And still hit the boss?
I don't know if they're able to still hit the boss.
Well, if
but
they don't know when the fear's coming, I don't know if that helps them.
If it is every 20 seconds, I guess you could time it.
I think it's not a perfect once every 20. It can be plus or minus 2 seconds or something.
It comes off cooldown at 20 seconds.
Let's make sure we got amp on Papa and Ra.
Also, I think the people who are getting aggro are out of range of fear when it goes off, and that's the reason people are getting it.
Yeah, like I said, if you're not involved in the kiting operation, you can be right up on the boss with the melee, or just outside of melee range because you want to still have your 130%.
It also means that the skeletons will take longer for them to get to, and you could the better chance the mages pick them up. You mages were fucking awesome. Except for Christy, because
I think we've got the magic 3 ingredients now. We got the earth binds, we got the higher rank, and we got the other fucking thing. What was that? Oh, trank for the shamans. Eating fear sounds good.
Do you want me to get on the threat table, then run back to where the mages are, so in case something like the Night Maiden situation happens again? Because if I don't get hit by the fear because of range or something.
What was the Night Maiden situation?
Both tanks were feared, and it just went right to her.
Yeah, I think that'll be solved by Night Maiden getting closer.
Agreed. Look at Fate going down.
So Will and I will still watch for loose zombies, bring them back to the mages, but I think we'll be all right.
We got it this time.
All right, I think we're good, Papa, on you.
One last thing is, can my shaman be close to me? Because it still seems like the pulses work so much better when that totem's close, the trimmer.
On you right down.
I know we're going to try to alternate.
Yeah, drop them right at the doorway where Papa's going to bring the boss to.
Drop them on the run in because we're getting feared all the way on the run in. So that's what we were doing, but for some reason it got between us. And then we're dropping them as soon as he hits the door. Nigel's hollering out, "Yep, he dropped his." Then I'm counting one and dropping mine so we can all set the pulp.
All right. As long as they're in the doorway by the time Papa's at the doorway, it's all good. And Rob, make sure you do armor pod from the start this time, just in case. All tanks.
But
It's down.
Lag.
All right, slowing down.
Christy down. Stag villain.
Christy down. You got a bunch coming to freeze mode.
Money stag, nice one.
It's on raw. My stacks are gone.
Slow it down.
When you slow down, throw the shield on, just shield block.
Stack down.
Keep up on.
They're all coming to him. They're all coming to him.
Gotta AO them all down.
AoE, AoE.
I'm up. Warriors can target.
My stacks came off, so.
Yeah, I was back there spamming piercing how it seemed to help a lot.
We're
Yeah.
still gone.
Well, there's one up front.
Do you on quad onk?
Yes. Fuck. No, it's a wipe. If one tank dies this far from
Wrong.
the end, it's probably a wipe.
He only has one stack. We can still try to pump it and just
Yep.
go for the kill.
Zombies are good. It looks like they're on healers.
Yeah, mages are.
Orin's dead. Chrissy's dead.
We're all dead.
It's a lot better though.
300k.
And just hit the zombie.
That was going looked smooth as shit for a good long while.
So
Bush, do you have booming?
Yeah, I've got booming and piercing. I was back there just heating it up.
I want you to kite one grate this time. Just whichever one, but in full tank gear. Demo spam.
so mages, like if we do a long kite, like even if you have to go to another grate, like I got a huge chunk of them inside of the ice trap, and I ran around it 3 times. Didn't even have to cast, but like an arcane explosion just to keep them on me.
Frost traps pretty uber on this fight.
And then as soon as that was over, like that one fell off, there was a ground one of those totems there, and it helped out, and I ran to the next ice trap. I kept it together for a while. I just ran into another whole pack, and I was like, I could get these two.
Yeah, I followed Crits around for a bit and was piercing and helping him a lot.
Are you guys trying not to Nova so you don't kill anybody else near the zombies?
We use Nova only when they're extremely close to us.
Yeah, pretty much as a no shit. Nothing else to slow them down or get away.
Now, Priest Mode and Ambu, you guys were back behind the grates, it looked like.
Yeah, I got aggro, so I had to run around. My fade was on cooldown.
So you were up by the boss's butt, and you got aggro, and a zombie came all the way up, and then you ran all the way back to the grate? Or what am I missing in that sequence?
No, that's right. And then you guys grabbed him on the way.
You're sure you were on the boss's butt when you got aggro?
Yeah, I was right with the other healers at max range. Not like right on his butt, but I was right behind him.
Let's do Bush on one grate and the other mage kind of watch the middle and try to grab loose ones.
And I'll play back up again.
I think the shielding is fine as long as you're in the center between the grates and the boss.
Now this might be beneficial for Priest to run 5 out of 5 or 5 out of 8 to for the threat reduction, like instant fade when you get critted.
How much are they hitting you for?
Like 500 normal, so
Yeah. They hit for 1k
Then yes.
without armor, without any debuffs, and then each debuff adds like 100 damage.
Yeah, then 5 out of 8 would be really useful on this because you'll still have your fade cooldown. That'll just be in addition to your fade cooldown.
Bring back inner fire. Priest tank time.
Yeah,
She
as a
said
mage,
she
I'm
was.
getting-
I'm just
Go ahead,
saying.
Stacey.
Ambu Bag said she was in the
Go
back
ahead,
shielding mages. Is that when you asked if they were up near the butt?
She can be shielding as long as she's not behind the grates. I thought I saw her like south of the grates. If we look at where we are now, it's south. I know it's not really south.
Shit, Slurpee, you're laying here dead here on the floor, man. What happens?
I mean, what we're trying to do is make sure that if a zombie does get loose, there's only one direction it runs, and that is towards the boss's butt, basically. And if you're a little bit closer to the grates for shielding, that's no problem, because they're still running the same direction, and that means either that loose mage or the tanks can pick them up.
Oh, Lintock! Oh my God!
Oh no!
He just
Was that twice?
he just died twice in a row on 2 slimes in a row. I rezzed him and then he ran right into another one.
Happy
man, we already had our
birthday.
break.
Apparently, Lintock's throwing down shots on the break.
I know
I wish.
he's got a 2-liter of purple passion he sent me. He's going through.
I think it'll help now too, Ambu, because we'll have 2 mages on grates close together, and it won't be so much of a distance you got to cover with shields. Bush shouldn't need shields as much. And I'm not picky about position either. I mean, if you guys would rather have Bush being the guy in the middle, that's fine too. In terms of the mage is still at the grates and Bush is forward of the center grate.
So do you want me spamming Demo or Demo and Piercing?
Both.
You gotta do the best you can on not getting hit, but holding aggro.
Yeah, they'll give you a little rage every time you get hit. They'll give you a stack. So should be. I had plenty of rage. Lip will save you for 6 seconds or so.
Do they stun? Because I thought I saw people getting stunned when they were cutting.
Not stunned, but you can get dazed if you're
Dazed. Okay.
Lip is bad because they will temporarily drop you from their threat table and charge elsewhere.
Oh, I thought.
If you're a kiter, I mean, if priest mode does it, that's fine. Now, it looked like the Decimate went pretty well, but that's where we need Novas and Sappers. You know, make sure you've got a little bit of health for you, Sapper. We gotta be A-wing early and hard.
Strat home holy water if you've got it.
Yep.
And then Rawhide, when we get aggro, he keeps trying to get away from the door. We have to keep constantly trying to bring him to the door because it gives us that much more chance they can kill the zombies and not eat one. Yeah. Every time he eats one, he gets 5% health.
Okay, I got you.
Do you want melee to turn around and kill zombies too?
If any of them get close, like loose ones, yes. But it should really be handled by AoE. They don't have much health once they get decimated. All right. Man looks good. Everyone's ready on Papa.
Cheeks turn right.
If you fall to the floor, I'm gonna laugh at you.
On his butt.
Slowing down.
On Rob. On Papa.
Next fear, Raw. Go ahead and pop Death Wish if you have.
Pop.
It's on Rawhide.
Right, got it.
Second now.
Decimate AoE.
Rockstar got him.
Got all kinds of zombies right on his butt.
got zombies for kiting now.
You want me to unk?
No.
I think Decimate is happening at 2 minutes.
Yeah, it even has a timer in DPM.
Yeah,
It's
by the
been
time the Decimate came up, like, and I know I didn't have any mana left to AoE.
It's been at different times and different logs. We can't count on it.
Have a timer for Decimate.
I looked at a couple of logs today and it looked like Decimate was happening at 1 minute 59. And that was consistent with that one right there.
Some of them, they happen at 1 minute and 40 seconds. Some of them are 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I think he was like at 48%, and then he ate zombies and got back up to about almost 70%. So we may have to use melee or something to help finish off the zombies. It shouldn't take very long, but at 5% a chomp, that's much more DPS. They'll have to do later than just turn around for a few seconds.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to help melee because AoE just isn't enough.
How was kiting that time?
It seemed better.
It seemed better to me, but I'm not an expert on it.
Yeah.
You guys describe to me the circle that you're using. Like, where is that circle positioned relative to the grate?
We're trying to
I think
keep it
every-
further back, but more so we're more focusing on where the totem is and where the frost traps are now.
We try to stay near enough near to pick up new zombies, but you kind of have to take it to the totem and the frost trap.
Like, can we just look at this grate real quick? So, if
so
you're here,
they'll get picked up, and it seems like we're kind of like at first just doing the small circle, and as more things get, we enlarge it almost to like an egg, and then as soon as we see a frost trap over here, we'll take it over to it, and then we'll make the way back and more of a beeline through the middle.
well, come here for a sec. And Papa, go up here for a sec.
Where are you at?
The first room from where we zoned in.
The one where Grob throws all the slimes.
And Bush, come right here for a sec.
One, come back
Now
for practice.
Tell me if my understanding is correct. So, zombies spawn at Moon. Let's say the boss is at Diamond and Papa. And,
They spawn randomly in that grate, not at me.
So anywhere in this square.
Correct.
Okay. So we'll come up like right here. Let's say we've got, this is our position for Earthbind. And I'm a kiting mage. Now, what if I do a circle that looks something like this? Just around the Earthbind.
Too tight.
Too tight, but so bigger circle. Like Stag was saying, the more you get, the bigger circle you want.
And I think maybe the totem could be more or closer to the grade or on like in the middle of the grade because that'll lead us to be kiting more, further away from the boss.
They'll be slowed sooner. You're saying?
Yeah, because right now since we're using the totem more for kiting and not as much for catching the mobs anymore. Maybe having it centered on the grate might help more, and we can just rely on if a mob is out of the, or just out of range of our AoE, just fire blast to get it in with the pack.
Are they spawning at one per grate at a very regular rate?
I'd say maybe every 10-15 seconds, pretty regular.
So are you able to make sure that you're not here when they pop out?
Sometimes they pop out pretty close to you depending on where you are under your kite.
Okay.
So that, but that's where like Frost Nova, we might take one hit. It's fine getting hit by one because they'll hit for 1K with frost or ice armor on, 1500 for mage armor.
And just to make sure none of the mages are jumping, right? Because jumping fucks with your leeway. You don't want to stay with feet on the ground all the time.
I haven't been jumping.
Okay.
Also,
and then Bush, you're basically here getting loose ones, right? If that's the middle grate.
Yeah, I was just trying I was just trying to peel.
Maybe the Earthbind Totem in the center of the grate to catch them as soon as they spawn, and maybe the hunter traps will catch more random ones that are have made it or maybe slipped through. Maybe that would be better.
And like Jay said,
I'm also dropping another Earthbind right in the middle.
That's good.
Not on the grate.
Like where Moon is, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, like Jay said, FD resist means a trap can't be dropped because they can't drop traps in combat. So right, the traps are nice to have, but the Earthbind is the primary.
Yeah, like I said, more of a crutch in case some slip through, but nothing that not so much that we're relying on that for kiting. And having the Earthbind up full time and just kiting around that, I think is best.
Let's go up. Ra, I think you should put more tanky gear on.
Okay.
Still do wield when you don't have it, and if you do have it, just use your judgment.
Is there anything wrong with kiting the zombies on the backside of the grate?
No, I mean, if they ran south, relatively speaking, that would be ideal. But they beeline for the healers basically. So if the mages are kiting in a circle south of the grates, they're not going to be able to catch them in time.
Right.
Oh, rawhide.
I love this Frogger. I love it.
Again. Really?
Rawhide, I want you to know I'm teabagging you mentally right now.
Thanks, man.
I'm there in spirit.
I'm just thinking because if they're farther away from the boss when Decimate hits, it gives us more time to get them down.
Yeah, that would help, and that's partially what I'm saying, to like at least have the totem further away, because that's where we're trying to kite them as far back as we can, and even if, and I wouldn't say to the to the outside or far outside of the crate to drop like half the totem. We still need enough room to kite around, and I think that will be probably the best position.
It's very possible it's based on health of the boss, and that's why groups are saying it's consistent for their attempts, but not between groups. Because it's just based on their group's DPS. That's just a theory, though. Nobody knows for sure.
I'm still having a fucking blast on this boss.
It's just because you're watching Rawhide die.
I mean, it could be fun to kill it, but it's fun. It's fun just doing it. It does seem to be, the kiting does seem to be getting better and better, though. It's just that the tank, when the tank dies, it just seems to kind of go to shit then.
Yeah, and we got to nail that Decimate also. He can't just eat 20 zombies and heal. Like,
he got back to 1.3.
After it's already, isn't that kind of happening after it goes to shit, though, every time? Like, if it doesn't go to shit, maybe we can control that better, too.
It didn't go to shit then. I think just our, like I know myself, Christy, we had no mana left as soon as the Decimate happened, and it might be part of using our full ranks for maintaining aggro. But we were able to keep aggro. But yeah, we had no AOE, no mana. So
well, I think when the tank dies, I think it forces everyone to kind of stop DPS, and that which slows the fight down, though, too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and we're getting the boss to 45, 48% on the decimate, but the mages are going to have enough mana after that first decimate to kite it one more round, because basically we can kill him before he does the next decimate. The way we're going is almost what we can do now. If he doesn't eat any zombies and we got enough to kite, then we can actually burn him down, because then we're going to have, of course, execute phase.
Maybe the mages should just evocate after decimate.
Yes. And we gotta kill him.
Well, you've got time to evocate immediately after decimate, because they will drop all threat on you. So by the time you've got a couple ticks of evocate, then you can start your novas. And I mean, Stag could do the first nova.
I maybe alternate something like that, because there were chows that were popping up in the middle of the decimate. It was also that it took long for us to get them down, but there were loose full health chows that were running around as we were still trying to kill off the rest.
If we could throw me into group 5 after the decimate, like just pop me in, I can drop Mana Tide, give them a boost, get me the hell out, so I can go back to, not fucking with their threat.
I mean, is there any reason for you to not be in their group at the start?
Actually, no, because I'm not pulling that much threat, so I could just not use Tranquil.
How about your other healers?
Then they'll probably start getting more threat. Yeah, the 2 priests and the 2 druids. So that's the reason to leave me in with them most of the time. But
can I give that job to you, Zug?
Maybe save sapper, sappers and all that for decimate for sure. That helps.
Don't sapper if you're at 5% health though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even sapper right away. Like, wait till the 3 clumps kind of converge a little bit and get the most bang for your buck.
Are we going to have everybody help with the skellies on decimate?
Yes.
I think that's good. That's good. At least until we get the boss down and learn it, kill it a few times and get really used to it.
Did Zug confirm he's going to swap me?
He has not yet. I mean, you've got assist too, Allie, if you want.
Yeah, I've got raid pulled up on the side. Then I'll do it. I'll just pop swap me and Kusumita and then back after it's run its course.
Maybe even armor pots for mages, and even our ice our ice armor is taking off 500 damage from that. So, and if we're taking less damage, obviously it might help.
Probably want mana pots, though, don't you?
More just it's 2 minutes for. I was thinking maybe pre-bot or something, but yeah, I guess they would wear off.
In future, you could use the armor elixir. That's 450, and I don't think we'll mess with any of your other stuff. And won't need a mana pot cooldown.
Honestly, it might not be a bad idea to have a mage spec frost for this. I was thinking about that a few pulls ago, actually. I see some frost mages on the Naxx logs, and I'm wondering if that's why you see a few of them, is because guilds are keeping one for this.
We just keep getting better.
It doesn't bother me. I was hoping to avoid it, but either way. Let's do one more like this, and if not... I don't know what's going on with Zug.
Zug, wake up.
My food's ticking down, Zug. Come save it.
Was that him that answered?
Yeah.
He's moving.
Okay.
I just missed it. I was sitting here trying to hit my talk and it wasn't.
All right, everyone's ready. I'm Papa.
Holy shit! I was lying on the side.
I watched you.
When we get inside, can we summon in combat? A
It's
warlock?
okay. I'll just make the long run. I'll be in there.
Oh, I didn't know you could wait.
Slow down.
Seconds on terrifying roll. Seconds on it.
Christy's dead.
Careful, Nursel. Vanish. It's on Rawhide. Keep Rawhide up.
Chris down. Oh, missiles turned in.
Let's wipe. So, I'm happy to wait for mages to help with the kiting, but what is going on with Ra dying? How can we fix that?
I had a shield on and everything.
I saw a build take aggro when it was switching from Papa, and so I didn't know what was going on behind.
No, that
So I
was,
was in
that was
the
our, we didn't heal in time. Didn't notice the switch or something.
Now, when they're moving the boss initially back to the room, I'm using Death Wish just so I'm fear immune while they're in that transition phase.
I
But it
didn't
should.
use Death Wish. I was trying to circle time and then
Yeah.
swapping to defensive.
So it will always go ideally from Papa to Rawhide. Is that
The current setup right now, yes.
okay?
Yeah, it can go briefly to a DPS if both tanks get feared, or and I'm in that category as well. But in terms of the people that are intentionally switching, it's just Pa and Ra.
As a DPS, it's gone to me a few times, but it's always been pretty quickly pulled back by the tanks. I've never actually.
Yeah, as soon as their tremor pulses or they zerk out of it, it goes back to the tanks.
Is there any chance we can get like a 3-second warning? I mean, I'll try to get it.
There's no warning for the fear. That's perfect, unfortunately.
No, just for the switch. Is that when the
For
switch?
the intentional switch, they're calling it out from their stacks. Yes. But that's what I'm saying. Like the intentional switch isn't the only time the boss might hit Rawhide. Every fear is a chance where the boss can switch, depending on who's zerked out of the fear or whose tremor pulses.
When he's dying is when he's getting complete aggro, and it's not taken, but it seems like about 3 hits or so, and then he's dead. And I don't know what else we can do as far as what the healers can target or how they can tell when the aggro switches. But by the time we say it over Discord, it's almost too late if the heals aren't coming in.
I think we just need at least 1 or 2 healers just cancel casting on Ra the entire time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, the switches seem to be the most dangerous part. And I don't know if he's storing up attacks when he does it or what. But he definitely hits hard when he switches. It's something odd because I noticed when he switched back to me, it's a whole lot more damage quickly.
There are times when he could be frenzied when he swaps, just because of the timing of tranks and whatnot.
Since I took 4 melee swings there.
It's like a thrash almost
Before
happened.
I plopped, yeah.
Bush, how are you holding? Are you doing well? I couldn't really make out.
Yeah, it seems to go okay. I'm just kind of hanging there between Gluth and you guys to make sure nothing gets to the healers, and then if you guys need peel.
It also helps Ra if you are attacking from the back until it's your turn, just to minimize the parry haste, and vice versa for Papa.
Okay.
Can work on that.
Because what I'm noticing is there's a lot of random chow that get loose that go for healers, so I'm just trying to peel and bring it back to the pile.
Now.
Not using Edge Masters either, so going from the back would probably be the best route due to the glancing.
Cut me off, Papa. I was singing your praises and everything. I'm follow behind you, and you just cut me off on the ramp.
That's just how Papa is.
Oh god, I am so sick and tired of this lag.
Tired of this dog nibbling on my heels.
I don't know. That helm does not go with those shoulders, though. I don't think.
You know what we
I
can
don't
do to
mind
fix
getting the
that?
helm, but I think Bill's first on that.
Well, we gotta kill Thaddeus to fix that.
Yep.
All right, let's go do Thaddeus.
We're going to. Right after we kill this.
Gotta kill his puppy first.
Alright guys, I brought the piccolo for this scenario, and I also am on my second bag of jumbo Jack Wings teriyaki beef jerky.
Okay, no Piccolo trying to drink and buff and shit.
Christy, a rare moment of laying down the law there.
Yeah, I think we determined last raid that piccolos need to be put away.
Last raid, it made me mad.
Put it up your butthole.
Yeah,
Oh.
don't use it in Naxx after raid start time. It does. It makes us wait. It can make. It can make.
Wasn't
it,
even
it,
Chris.
it can make us like lose. I don't know. It's just it interrupts us doing shit.
Make us lose our mind.
That too.
It wasn't even Christy that said the word butthole.
Makes you want to turn
God.
into a unicorn with an axe. Which is Sam.
I don't think a unicorn. I don't think a unicorn could hold an axe, man.
No, I'm implying I would slam it into his face.
Okay.
And the horn would be the hand.
Why so violent?
Yeah, bears just okay.
I'm a warrior.
So that when I on the decimate last time, what I noticed was that first clump that got to the boss died real fast and it was perfect. But the other clumps, I don't know why, they just took forever to die. I don't know if that's because we're all blowing our sappers first time. I got short on, not ready. Short's ready. Okay. Okay, on Papa.
Get a food buff real quick, sorry.
Moving.
Let's kill this dog.
Damn.
Poor puppy.
It's been a bad dog.
No worse than yours.
Slowing down. Still on Papa for now. It's on Rawhide. Heal Rawhide. Call out when your stacks are on 3. It's frenzied.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're on cooldown.
Restack.
Alright, slow down. Pretty far up there. Gonna pop.
Shield block. On Papa. On Rawhide.
Back on Raw.
Get him back further if you can.
Catching up.
The wall. On Papa.
Kill Pop. Back on Raw.
Death me.
God, we got the zombies all the way up here.
Yeah, Crits, why were you so far up?
We cannot lose a mage. Let's respect all 3 of you and just get this done.
No, I just had I had a big group on me. I was trying to get around, and I was definitely the worst place I could have died.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had that other.
It was It was real good till then.
But he just took too many weight.
He's ate so many back to 75%.
I think the faster we wipe, the quicker the mages can respect a frost, and the quicker we can get back here and pull before raid end time.
Stop all peels.
So we need to
Go
stop
cuddle
healing.
up with the zombies.
Yep. Start slapping
Give 'em a hug.
zombies.
Everyone go attack zombies. Stop healing.
Now, DPS warriors, are you guys zerking out of fears as often as you can?
Yes.
Okay, keep doing that because it gives a secondary target, and he won't go to anyone else.
Oh, I know. That first one, he nearly flattened me.
Yeah, they pretty much can take one hit, and it brings them to about 10% health. And if they get hit twice, they're dead.
If the mages are respecking, should a couple of us hearth and we'll run back to summon them back quicker?
I just need one more besides nerves on me.
I'm outside already, ready to do it.
Do you want all 4 of us to, or just the 3 that are kiting?
Just 3.
I'll pay for this respec. So let me know how much it costs for you guys to do the respec, and I'll there and back, and I'll reimburse you after the raid. But it might be until we get this like on farm, it might be good to have one a week or 2. I don't know. That's up to Bill, but like I don't know.
Let's see if we can get it killed with this change.
Honestly, don't think we're going to have to here in the future. Like I said, it was just a silly mistake that got it. Too many zombies way too close.
I mean, I didn't see any loose ones on the boss until crits died that time. I was watching.
And when crits died, he was literally on the boss's butt. So, like, it was a great attempt. The kiting was near perfect.
I got a whole bunch on me all of a sudden, and I had about 10 to 15, and then all of a sudden I had about 25 on me.
I think Christy died, Soulstone, but then I think they all went to you, and then that's when you died.
That would do it. That would make sense.
Because I had just a massive group that wasn't bundled up, and it was too many to run around to really kite, and it kind of left. I know the worst place to head is to the tank, but it was either auto death or try to get a kite around, and it just happened to happen right before the decimate.
Will, taunt me with your sprint.
Now I've got a Rage Against the Machine song stuck in my head, Rawhide.
Yeah, I guess the more we can avoid frost novas, the better, because that's also keeping them more spread out, and I definitely noticed that one more in that fight.
No matter what I do, I can't make that last jump.
Nobody can. You may as well just run through it.
No, I will somehow, like the Torrent should lay down and let me run across their back. Come on, guys, team.
Gotta have aspect or sprint or dash.
Aspect is not enough.
Oh.
Each could carry us on her shoulders and we can get across. How are you pronounce that name? Okay.
Well, it's coming down to the last pull of the night.
We know what that means.
We should call this the pig boss. This pipe.
Don't you put that evil on me.
Martush got it.
Sorry, resummon crits. I forgot to train new ranks.
That's the train ranks, Christy.
Remember, don't forget. Send me a. Let me know after this is over how much it cost you to spec there and back, and I'll reimburse.
Having an ice block for oh shit moments will be huge as well. Alright, Chris is ready for something.
So you can go kill somebody else.
Well, at least to get him off you for a few seconds. Wait for a blink to come up. Thank you.
It's probably going to be like night and day between Frost and Fire for this, I would think.
Yeah.
Just the amount of slow is gonna help a ton. It's gonna buy a lot of time before that decimate hits.
A lot of rank 1 blizzards going out.
Yeah.
Even max rank for kill phase for decimate will help a lot too.
And you guys still get that thing for clear casting?
Yep, clear cast inspect.
I know it's almost sacrilegious, but since I went back, I spec my mage back to Frost for farming and shit. Like, I legitimately think I enjoy that spec better, just like all around. Like, I think I have more fun as Frost than I do as Fire. Like, Fire's cool. I don't know.
Fire go big boom, but Frost has more things to do.
Yeah, I think that's it. Really, there's just more options.
Frost just frostbolt spam.
I guess I'm just thinking maybe for outside of raid, there's just more versatility for shit you can do.
Like PvP and stuff.
I mean, Fireball
and
is
AoE
just
stuff.
fireballs. Fireball is just fireball spam at the end of the day. And there's almost zero utility of fire spec, I think.
I agree.
But fire sure is nice when trying to kill bosses like Patchwerk.
You killed me.
No, you killed you.
What?
You intercepted me right at the wrong time. Is that what you did?
Did our
Wait,
raid
do you
leader
have
just
intercept?
die to Frogger?
Shush. We shall
Doesn't-
never speak of it again.
Doesn't count if someone else causes the explosion.
It's one of those
Effing
nights.
Chrissy.
That never
Effing
happened.
Chrissy.
There is on him.
You want us to come res you?
I'm trying.
Got cables.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Oh yeah, I left him way behind. I never even stopped.
Did it work?
We,
You realize that karma's gonna get you killed by the zombies, right?
Please don't.
Please don't.
Nothing new.
we used to troll people and always summon them on
Someone's
the beginning of Frogger.
Someone's got him, Quill. There was a couple healers running over there.
I'll go get him.
There's
I
one
got
not
it.
as one not as already
We
there.
got.
There's one not
Yeah.
Last pull of the night.
I'm good, Chris.
Look at these frost auras of fucking awesomeness. These ice shields.
Last pull is always a kill.
Till you said that, Mr. Jinx.
Hill is so desperate to get that reputation off of him.
No, I'm just it's already off me. I'm just happy it is. I say that just to kind of like remind myself.
To other people. You know what it's like. Why would you inflict that on someone?
Just because I know I know the phrases that cause it. Just because I used to say them. I think we got it too.
Group 2 needs.
I am supremely confident.
Wait a second. Let's see how much of a night and day difference these mages being frost does.
I got faith. Believe.
Like, do you have Limp Biscuit faith or George Michael faith?
Yeah, George Michaels.
That
Both
boy.
great.
There's nothing but the he said, she said bullshit.
Yeah, now we just gotta worry about the
Biscuit.
mages being overconfident because they're frost.
Good luck, Papa.
Aww.
Well, now we have to win.
Yep.
Right.
That was adorable.
All right, game face, game face.
Looks like you panicked, Dilt.
Everyone's ready on Papa.
For pony.
See how this dog likes frostbite?
I've got my rolled up newspaper ready this time.
That'll
Beer fun.
Another one down.
It's starting to slow down. still going to be a minute before it switches.
Chrissy's in.
And there's that karma.
On rawhide, heal rawhide.
Do we have a battle rest for Christy? Fritz is down.
Decimate. Or not. Guess it's not. I had to help.
Right at 2 minutes.
All the zombies are on him. Full health. Yep.
I mean, at this point, they might have
No, you can't let any reach him.
Back quick so we can have the last pull tonight.
Never had so much trouble dying.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm using Earthshock.
Yeah, me too. Chain lightning them. There we go. Finally, they're hugging me.
Yeah, I taunted one and I had 3 of its attacks dodge.
Why can't that happen when you don't want to die?
Yeah, we tried. We got good pulls on it. We just got to figure out that kiting. Was Rawhide was the tank heal? Was the tank situation with the heals better? It seemed like it.
Yeah, that was solid. Yep.
Yeah, heals were on point on tanks for sure.
It actually has been the past 2 pulls.
Are we doing one more?
I was pretty comfortable.
Oh, we're out of time.
We'd like to go over, and we got only 1 minute of raid time left by the time we would buff up, and
Drop
do
the
the
portal.
pull would be 20 minutes after raid.
Down another boss tonight, though.
For sure.
One more boss in the bags, and I feel like we've definitely got the strat down for this. It's just a matter of stringing all of the mechanics together. We're close. We're real close.
Smacking Patchwerk one time felt real good.
Yeah, great way to start the night for sure.
See you guys Thursday.
One-shotting Grobulus right after was pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
Could we also get a UC port off on the side so we don't confuse any of the warriors?
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Zug, so what? Zug? Why am I UC?
Zug.
So I posted a graphic of the decimate statistics from logs. It's in the Naxx Bestiary. The earliest it can happen is 2 minutes, but many groups have seen many other times, as you see in that chart. So I don't know what causes the later times to happen. It'd be great if we could make it do that, but I don't know what causes that.
Is there someone tracking it? Because I could have sworn I saw people typing in raid chat that every single pull tonight it happened right at 2 minutes.
It has for us, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what I posted is an aggregate of logs from everybody's raids. And you can see the first decimate happens at various times for different groups.
But did you check to see if for that raid it happened at that time for that raid? You know what I'm saying? Is it
one set time per raid group?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That shouldn't change how we handle the zombies, anyways.
Did we actually help with the kiting? It seemed like the mages still died.
I think that was the first attempt with it. I think we need maybe a bit more of a sample size before we assume it did or didn't improve the issue. We know frost is easier to kite just in general, so I think in theory it would make sense that it certainly couldn't hurt unless it was a DPS issue for the overall DPS falling off.
Which
I
that
mean,
wasn't the case at all.
Yeah, I just got caught in a bad spot, and I didn't have as many as I've been able to kite a lot more as fire, so it should have been easier. Frost definitely was helping for the most part. Sorry guys, try to do better next time.
It's all good, man.
All good.
Difficult.
Everybody did great. It's our first time here, so and this is what's fun, learning it.
It's the first time we've been challenged this whole thing, so
It's kind of nice that the
The
boss
longer it
actually
takes us
has
to max,
mechanics,
the
you know.
I've said this before,
Alright, see you
but
guys.
I really appreciate the fact that this group just keeps their cool. Like, nobody gets frustrated when things, when we're constantly wiping over on one boss, and like there was constructive feedback offered in between pulls. It's nice to know you're with a group of adults that can offer constructive criticism without getting, quickly frustrated with one another.
Dude, we're stoners, right?
Oh, trust
Even
me,
the
I'm,
ones that don't smoke are stoners.
We one shot Patch again, and we one shot fat guy. What's his name? Grobulus. So we are 7-15 now, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Plus, we're in fucking Naxx. This is awesome.
Well, one thing is we didn't jinx ourselves on the Dark Moon Fair. We got 2 bosses killed with it, so I think that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lasted through all that difficult trash.
That might be a
And the
first.
trash was melting.
Yeah.
Good night, you guys. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Everybody, good night.
I think our best attempt was the second or the third one, wasn't it? I mean, we took them down pretty low.
It's just so rough with that zombie chow kiting and getting the timing right.
God, yeah,
it's not easy. Yeah. I remember
It's
Hunters
difficult.
like struggling with that in Wrath. Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult because the more zombies you get, the more chance they're going to cut a corner and you're going to get caught. It's not the easiest thing to do, that's for sure.
It's a thankless
But
job.
with time.
Yep.
Does anybody have an alt I can use to get into Naxx so I can get some frost runes?
Yeah, I can log on mine. Hang on a second. How long are you going to be?
Oh, you could just log off or what? You could be anybody that you. I just need somebody in a group. You can be offline if you want.
Cool, because I'm going to go to bed. I'll just leave group when you're done. Legendary's logging in. Just toss an invite.
So by the way, Nigel, do you want to go down to 5-man 1 for a sec?
Okay, give me one.
Okay.
Super secret.
you can talk
No,
in front
we're-
of us. We don't mind.
We're farming runes, so we throw IDs off each other.
You know, tonight was the first night I saw what a rune looks like on the wall. All these years I've played, I've never seen one.
To be
Or
fair, I never
noticed
have
it.
either.
Yeah, I'm like, that's the rune? Like, I thought it'd be something cool, right? I'm like, the fuck is that?